Most prosperous hospitality properties, bed and breakfast to hotels, are successful because they offer their employees a wonderful experience. How can you do this? I'll tell you how. Welcome to another edition of Hospitality Property School. I am your instructor, Jerry McPherson. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. And make sure to hit the little bell so you'll be informed when I upload a new video. You won't want to miss anything I designed especially for you. In the last episode, Cost of Turnover is Expensive, How to Keep Great Employees, I talked about hiring great employees. Now that you have the right employees, how do you keep them? Kimpton Hotels and Restaurants, Hilton, Hyatt, and Marriott International all have been listed in the top 50 best hospitality companies to work for. Many of their employees have said they are dream places to work. So why do so many people want to work there? Is it because of the high wages, opportunity for career advancement, or a great business philosophy? The reason expressed by most employees is the experience. It is a pleasure to work there because it's like a second home, and they feel they have an opportunity to grow. They don't feel like employees, but instead part of a movement. In a recent study, 83% of human resource leaders said that they believed the work experience was a decisive segment of their business's success. All over the world, successful companies already know that making the employee's voyage enjoyable pays its way. Opportunities for skilled development, meaningful work, benefits, and a healthy business culture empowers employees and have a positive impact on the business's results. 3 ways you can design a wonderful employee experience include 1. The workplace environment. Everyone is different, so that means, when possible, ask your employees where and how they prefer to work. What helps them concentrate on a task? What distracts them? If you don't have an opportunity to organize different spaces for employees, give them the option to share what works best for them. The employee's well-being is the key to business productivity. A venomous workplace will neither increase retention or engagement. 2. Your business culture. If your employees are drained and lack energy, always walk around feeling like there's something wrong, habitually show up late and watch the clock waiting for the workday to end, they might be on the verge of burnout. If that is the case, what can you expect? Everyone needs a sense of purpose. They need to know that their work is valued and that they can work with supervisors who are on the same page as them. And 3, technology and proper tools. Modern technology is an effective way to assist workflow. Having the most up-to-date and appropriate equipment and tools can boost an employee's productivity. Moreover, the right training for the use of these tools is key. What issues do you have to be aware of? I'll tell you. Whether it's fair or not, one of the things you have to consider when hiring younger employees is that there has been a label put on them. Here are a couple of issues you may or may not encounter. Appreciating your property's priorities. Don't think that this is immediately obvious or understood when first hired. It is crucial to spend time on not only identifying what the priorities are for your property, but why these priorities are important. This is where an operations manual is essential. Only by being clear about the end results of any operational activity will fortify all your employees' commitments to accomplish these goals. Next, you must keep in mind the myth whereby individuals of this generation may be more easily distracted by new or upcoming personal entitlements. So a straightforward solution is to rely on checklists and regular reviews to keep their eye on the prize. Being self-centered. Have you ever had an employee that has asked for time off when you're operating at peak occupancy? Well, seasoned members of your team would never ever consider asking because they know the strain this puts on everyone else. Millennials are more likely to focus on their personal lifestyles without thinking of the company. The responsibility is on you to gently yet thoroughly tutor these young minds about the natural ebbs and flows of the annual business cycle, as well as how individual actions might resonate throughout a property and impact other staff's duties. Again, an open conversation about job expectations and responsibilities is required, along with all this being documented in your operations manual. Basic gaps in knowledge. Don't assume. What you would consider being common knowledge might not be in a millennial's social lexicon, or even that they would be naturally fascinated to learn more about the issues and historical milestones of your generation. Education priorities have evolved over the years, and the knowledge that we have taken for granted might not have been in the average millennial's school course load. The lesson here is to never assume what someone's past education may or may not encompass, and to be patient when referencing the past so they do not take offense or feel you are talking down to them. Your employees' writing skills. Daily use of social media has slightly compelled the millennial's mind to think of language in terms of sound bites. This is intensified by colleges and universities opting to use multiple-choice tests over those requiring an essay-type answer. For this reason, basic writing skills have lapsed, with many members of this demographic unable to write a one-page memo with a direct thought process and proper sentence grammar. Similar to this, reading abilities have declined, meaning that lengthy emails may go unread, or that you'll only see an effective follow-up to the first part, but nothing else. The key to your response here is in your tone. It's okay to ask for a rewrite or to offer suggestions for next time, but you must do it softly and as a mentor, not an irritated dictator. Time off policies. We understand the importance of paid time off for the death of a close loved one, a spouse, parents, grandparents, and siblings. But how many days do you give as bereavement leave for a great uncle? Or how many days do you allow for the death of your favorite pet sloth? What if one of your employees call in sick, but say they're going to work from home? Do you deduct a sick day, or let it slide? Yes, millennials are sensitive, which is one of their greatest strengths. However, there is a limit, and it is up to you to be totally transparent from the start what your time off policy is so that it isn't abused. Again, this needs to be documented in your operations manual. Am I starting to sound like a broken record? Reducing distractions. Multitasking does not work. Our minds can only do one thing well at a time. Yet walk around any property and see how many smartphones are on a desk, within the eye line, or being actively engaged at that moment. Let me give you an example of what I mean. How would you feel if you saw your auto mechanic working on your engine while watching a baseball game and answering texts? Sure, it can be done. But is that mechanic giving 100% of their attention to your car, or is there a possibility something's being missed? The solution here, once again, is to fall back on policy, your operations manual. Plainly and precisely stating what you allow for smartphone use and why these rules are in place. Making sense? Let me know in the comments. What else can you do? First, you need to be a worthy tutor. Often, precise, constructive feedback balancing the positive and the negative. Have regular one-on-one get-togethers, sharing solutions to problems personalized to the employee's strength. 2. Embolden your employees and don't micromanage. Give your employees stretch assignments, which will challenge them by placing them into uncomfortable situations in order to learn and grow. Balance giving freedom to your employees while still being available to guide them. 3. Convey interest in employees' success and well-being. Get to know your employees as people with outside lives. Make new employees feel welcome and have procedures in place for them to meet their new colleagues. 4. Be productive and results learning. Focus on what you want your employees to attain and how they can help accomplish it. Help the employees prioritize work and make decisions to remove roadblocks. 5. Communicate and listen to your employees. Communication is not a one-way situation. It has to be two-way. Both listen and share. Hold full meetings and be specific about the company's goals. Inspire open conversation and listen to the questions and concerns of your employees. 6. Support your employees with career development. 7. Have a clear vision and strategy for the team. Whenever things go crazy, keep your employees focused on goals and strategy. Involve your employees in setting and evolving your business vision, goals, and progress. 8. Have the skills necessary to operate your own property so you can help advise your employees. Be willing to roll up your sleeves and work side by side with your employees when required. Understand the exact challenges of the work. In conclusion, your employees need to know they're part of a team if you want them to invest in your success. For this to work, you're going to have to consider the workplace environment, your business culture, and providing the technology and tools for them to do their jobs. What do you do to enhance your employees' work experience? Let me know in the comments. You'll have access to this post for 6 weeks before it gets locked in the vault for Hospitality Property School Group members only. When you see that we have something new, don't mark it as unread or file it away in the belief you'll read it later, because you might miss your chance. To see all the valuable material you'd have access to as a member of the Hospitality Property School Group, check out the short video in the episode post show notes. In the next episode, I'll be talking about employee training. Now that's it for today's episode. Until next time, have a fun day. P.S. Are you signed up for Insider Tips? You can find a link in the show notes.